Hello students, myself Jayesh Prajapati, Assistant Professor of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. In this video, we are going to learn about Industrial Drives and Control, Unit number 2, that is Modeling of DC Machine. In my previous video, we have discussed the state space modeling of DC machine and a transfer function of DC machine. Now in this video we have to discuss the content, that is a block diagram and transfer function, measurement of motor constant. Actually the block diagram and transfer function, that is related to the state space modeling. Whatever the equation that is derived in this state space modeling, that is used in the block diagram. So let us start the block diagram of DC machine. So before we have to start this block diagram of DC machine, we have to discuss some important points related to this block diagram. That first, that is equivalent circuit of DC machine. We know that a DC machine equivalent circuit having a armature, then armature winding resistance, then armature inductance, and these are connected to the DC supply. And we know that on the shaft of the armature there is a air gap torque Te and the angular speed, that is omega m. Now from this equivalent circuit, the voltage equation for DC machine can be written as an equivalent circuit of DC machine. An electromagnetic torque, that is V is equal to E plus IaRa, that means armature current and armature resistance, plus La dIa by dt. That is a voltage equation of DC machine. Now we have to take, that is equation number 1. Now the electromechanical modeling, we know that for simplicity the load is modeled as a moment of inertia J in kilogram into meter cube into second square with viscous friction coefficient B1 in Newton meter per radian per second. Then the acceleration torque in Newton meter drive the load and driven by J d omega m by dt plus B1 omega m is equal to Te minus T1 is equal to Ta. We have to take, that is equation number 2. That is a equation related to the modeling of DC machine. Now T1 is equal to the load torque. That is we have to discuss in my previous video also. So now we have to discuss the block diagram and the transfer function. So first we have to take the equation, that is equal to V is equal to E plus IaRa plus La dIa by dt. That is a equivalent circuit voltage equation. We have to take, that is equation number 1. Then the electromechanical modeling equation number 2, J d omega m by dt plus B1 omega m is equal to Te minus T1. We have to take, that is equation number 2. Now the roots for this two equations, that is we have to take IAS is equal to, now from this equation if we have to subject this Ia, and if we have solved this equation by the Laplace transform, then it's become like this. IAS is equal to Vs minus Kb omega m into S divided by Ra plus SLA. Then if we have to derive that is equation number 3, and also if we have solved the next electromechanical equation, then if we have subject the omega s, then the equation will be solved in this manner. You can see omega m into s is equal to kb ia into s minus t1 into s divided by b1 plus s into j. Okay, that is a Laplace transform we have taken as a direct equation. Now that is equation number 4. Now the transfer functions are derived from the block diagram, and they are the transfer function g omega into vs is equal to we have to solve this equation by omega m into s, then we have divide with v into s. So omega m into s divided by vs. So this equation is derived by the v into s. So we have to subject the v into s from this equation number 3, and omega s, that is equation this. So this equation is divided by this whole equation with subject with vs. So the equation is become like this, is equal to kb divided by s square in the bracket j into la plus s b1 la plus j ra plus b1 ra plus kb square. So that is a transfer function that is derived from this block diagram. Now we have to take that is equation number 5, and we have also derived second transfer function, that is g omega 1 into s is equal to omega m into s divided by t1 into s. So we have to divide this whole equation, and with also with subject of t1 is also divide this equation. So this becomes like minus ra plus sla. We have to use this omega m into s from this here, omega m into s, and we have to subject this omega m into s. Then it is divided with t1s. So it is t1s. So we have to subject this t1s. Okay, we have to subject this t1s and this t1s, and this omega m into s, that is come from this equation number 3. So we have to subject this omega m into s, and then we have to subject this t1 into s, and we have to divide this equation. So if we have divide this equation, then it's become like minus ra plus sla s square jla plus s in the bracket b1 la plus j into ra bracket close plus in the bracket b1 ra plus kb square bracket over. So we have seen that is equation number 6. Now from this equation number 5 and 6, the separately excited DC motor is a linear system, and hence the speed response due to the simultaneous voltage input and load torque disturbance can be written as a sum of their individual responses. Okay, so we can say that omega m into s is equal to g omega vs into vs plus g omega 1s into t1s. So that is equation number 7. Now the Laplace inverse of omega m into s in the equation number 7 gives the time response of the speed for simultaneous change in input voltage and load torque. So we can say that this omega m into s, that is a angular speed of the DC motor, and that is come from this block diagram, and we can write this equation in the transfer by using transfer functions. So this equation like this. Okay, that is a block diagram equation. Now from this equation we have to draw the block diagram of DC motor. So the block diagram of DC motor is drawn in this manner. The first, that is input voltage Vs, then we have to use a summing point, then that is given by 1 by RA plus SL. Okay, you can see that is come from this that is come from this equation. Okay, 1 by RA plus SLA. Okay, then IA into S, then KB. So this is multiply with this KB also. So we have to write this in block diagram forms. Then air gap torque TE into S, then summing point T1 into S, that is a load torque. So the main acceleration torque TA into S, that is equal to TE minus T1. So that is also we have write in electromechanical modeling. Then that is given by 1 by B1 plus S into J, and omega m into S, that is angular speed. Now the feedback of this omega m into S, that is given to this back to the with multiplication of KB and back to the input supply. So that is actual block diagram of DC motor. In our industrial drives and control, we have to discuss two block diagram. First block diagram, that is a block diagram of electrical drives, and the second, that is a block diagram of DC motor. So there is some confusion for these two question also sometimes. So that is to differ. Block diagram of DC drive is different and the block diagram of DC motor is different. The block diagram of DC motor, that is come from modeling of DC motor, and by using some transfer function and electromechanical modeling, we have to draw this block diagram of DC motor. So this block diagram of DC motor is also used in MATLAB. Some we have to also doing some practicals related to these motors. Okay, so that is the actual block diagram of DC motor. Now the next topic, that is a measurement of motor constant. If we have to measure the motor parameters like motor resistance, armature resistance, then motor inductance, then that topic is important. First, that is armature resistance. By applying DC voltage across armature terminals to circulate the rated armature current, the DC value of armature resistance is measured and subtract the brush and contact resistance from the measurement. We know that the as per the Ampere's law, if we apply this DC voltage to armature terminal, so current will be flow. Then we have measured this armature resistance, but this armature resistance is add with the brush and contact resistance, so we have to subtract this brush and contact resistance. So that is one method to measure the armature resistance. Now second, that is armature inductance. By applying the low AC voltage through the variac to the armature terminal, the current is measured. The motor has to be at standstill, keeping the induced EMF at 0. So that is the method to measure the armature inductance L. So we have to make the induced EMF 0 because we are applying a AC supply through the auto transformer variac to the armature terminal. Now let us see this with the figures. Okay, measurement of armature motor constant, that is E is equal to 0, that is induced EMF is equal to 0. Then that is armature resistance RA, armature inductance LA. Now we have to connect this with the AC supply voltage. Okay, 110 50 Hz single phase AC supply voltage, and not a direct connection. We have to use a auto transformer. Okay, that is a variac Then this variac is connected with this single phase AC supply. So this motor armature circuit get this variable AC voltage. Okay, now we have to use a voltmeter, okay, that measures the voltage. Okay, so that is the experimental setup for measurement of armature inductance. Okay, now that is AC voltmeter that is used to measure the armature current also, okay, or the total current that is flow through the armature circuit. Now the inductance that is given by this equation, La is equal to under root Va square divided by Ia minus Ra square the divide by 2 pi Fs. So that is the equation that we have to measure the armature inductance from this experimental setup, where Fs that is a frequency in Hertz and Ra that is equal to the resistance of armature winding. Okay, thank you. In this session we have discussed only this. The further that we will discuss in our next session. Thank you.